Money, money, money must be funny in the rich man's world. Oh, is this how Jesus walks? Okay, so Alex just left and I've been crying and crying and crying some more because it's all kind of up in the air in the way that we don't know when we'll see each other next time. Because we're living under a pandemic. We don't know how the travel restrictions will be, if we can get off from work. I mean, I have a lot of vacation days to use, but it's also like if I can come to him, it would be great if he doesn't have to work all the time. I get that he has to work, but it would be nice to have some days where we can go out exploring. So we just don't know when we will see each other next time. And it's tough. I'm not gonna lie, it's tough to be in a long distance relationship. And it feels like... It sounds so cheesy, but it does sound like, or it does feel like I am a little bit empty inside. I can't even believe that I'm saying it because it really does sound cheesy, but that's how it feels. It's all worth it though, because no one else is like him. And I love him. I love him to death. Anyway, I have gone to a nature reserve and I'm gonna spend the day here to, I guess, try to heal a little bit from my broken heart. Nature always helps. So I hope it helps this time as well. It had been a grey and melancholy day, probably exactly what I needed. But all of a sudden, a strong wind passed by, and that wind just blew the grey day away, because next morning the sun was out again. Sure, it still didn't reach far over the treetops, but hey, it was actually the first day I felt it radiating heat in a long while. I could even take my jacket off. It was almost like spring had arrived early this year. Well, at least for the day. know how people like to look up to the sky, trying to see figures in the clouds? That's what I like to do, but with eyes. Walking on frozen lakes, I love to look at all the cracks to see if they form something interesting. And here, I see a beautiful, snowy mountain. You know that feeling of spring I mentioned earlier? Just the day after, the winter was back. But I wasn't really that surprised. This is Sweden, after all. There really is something to nature. Every time I feel a bit down and I go out in nature, I always end up feeling way better at the end of the day. Like my stress levels disappear and my overall well-being just gets way better. I think I'm gonna start calling it forest healing. Like every time I'm gonna go out when I'm a bit down, I will say I'm gonna go out and do some forest healing. It's kind of sad, like we've grown into developing huge cities, leaving the countryside and living in a concrete jungle. I don't believe that is healthy. At least not for extended periods of times. I do believe that like this right here, that's what we are supposed to live in. We are creatures of nature. And that means we need nature to survive, at least mentally. Okay, so I just did something impulsively and bought the Sony Alpha 7 Mark III. And unfortunately, I can't try it out right now because I have to go to work. But I will try it out as soon as I can, and I'm so excited, and I really want to try to learn this camera. Just to take a look at it. Okay, charging cords, instruction book, strap, and this is the lens. And lens protection, or something like that. See, I don't know. I know this. And this, this must be it. If I could get it up. There we go. This is the body, the camera itself. Good morning. I just woke up way too early. That's something that happens to me, and I guess most people, when I'm excited for something. And I was excited to try the camera out in daylight, since I was working yesterday and I couldn't do that. So I want to do that today, but I also want to sleep. So I'm a bit disappointed about myself. No, I really would want to sleep, so I'm gonna try to sleep some more, but I don't think I can. Once I've woken up, I've woken up. That's how I work. Okay, I'm fully awake now, and I'm packing my bag to go out and try my new camera. I'm so excited! Unfortunately, it's not sunny outside, which I would have preferred. But yeah, what you gonna do? Let's go out! Okay, I don't really know what's going on with the weather, because it's kind of rainy today and most of the snow has melted. So it's kind of like when spring is trying to fight off winter. But it's a little bit early for that because it's still January. But it's still a beautiful day, and I'm just grateful that I am able to go here out in nature before I have to work. So I'm grateful that I have that opportunity. But I also haven't gotten any sleep tonight almost. Or I did sleep, but not enough at all. So I'm a bit tired, but I'm also excited, and that's partly why I couldn't sleep, because this is me trying out the new camera. The next day, I wanted to go even further into the forest. And to my help, there were some signs showing me how I could go. So the sun is out again, but it's still kind of cold, and I have to put my gloves on the ground because I'm using the camera. So my hands are definitely getting cold. Ugh. I found a perfect rock to lean against, so I am gonna sit here for a while just to soak all of this in. I'm so deep into the woods right now, and it's amazing. It's so pretty. But it's cold and I'm not wearing my gloves, so I need to put them on, which means I have to put down the camera now. And I guess that makes this the perfect time to end this vlog. I definitely still miss Alex, but all of this definitely helps. Do you hear that? This is why I love nature. Okay, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.